So this news that just got announced earlier today, about a couple hours ago. Again, this is stuff that flew under my radar, and we're just playing cleanup now. Quite literally, like a good chunk of the videos you've seen for the past 3 days have quite literally been, they have for the most part been nothing short of just big Comic-Con news. And as Comic-Con winds down to closing, which kind of sucks because I was kind of hoping IDW would go more in depth with Naruto Ninja Turtles, just so I could give more thoughts on it. But that's not happening, apparently. All right. IDW, you really hyped yourself up with, talking about Last Ronin and everything else, and all we got was Jack and shit. Come on, guys. Anywho, let's talk about some bit of Marvel news that I'm sure a lot of people are going, including myself, are like, yes, this is an X-Men title we wanted, and that is yes, Laura Kinney, aka Wolverine, aka X-23, is getting a new ongoing series called Laura Kinney Wolverine. I'm really excited. The comic will be written by Erica Schultz, who I'm not really familiar with a lot of her work. But yeah, it's just cool because a lot of people in the X-Men fandom were getting pretty worried about Laura since Logan came back, because it kind of runs the gambit of like when a character comes back and retakes the mantle after being resurrected, and the character who did take the mantle is like, well, now I got to take a step back. There's always there's always that feeling of they get pushed to the wayside. I mean, look at Kyle Rayner after Hal Jordan came back. As much as I love Kyle Rayner as a Green Lantern, he got shafted a lot after Hal's return, and continues to be shit on, and gets continuously shit on in the. Sorry about that, but yeah, my point being is that a lot of basically a lot of characters who do the legacy thing and the original character comes back, they have to move on to a new title. Like they have to step back to their old title, or they get something else and it gets thrown to the wayside. I mean, there's a ton of those characters out there. But we've recently seen like a resurgence of characters who don't really get the shaft. Laura was on the border of getting shafted. Thankfully, there were a lot of writers who really dug her as a character after Tom Taylor's Wolverine run and utilized her as much as they could. She became a big part of Wolverine growing as a character and having a family. So there, I'm glad like Laura didn't get thrown to the wayside. And this ongoing kind of proves that Marvel still wants to use her. Also, yeah, I imagine it also pretty much helps when X-23 shows up, when Laura shows up in Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm not spoiling anything. We saw it in the final trailer, so, way to go, you pulled a Sony, Fox. If you want to know my full thoughts and get some more thoughts on the video on my review for Deadpool and Wolverine, hit the link below. Head on to my Patreon, hit the first tier. That'll allow you access to do so. Anyway, so the story of this comic is going to be about Laura going on Black Ops missions for the X-Men and dealing with threats that will threats that could happen to the X-Men. Basically, Minority reporting it up. That's pretty normal for Laura. She's done Black Ops stuff before. Obviously, she's been part of X-Force. She did Black Ops stuff for several incarnations of the X-Men, and yeah, she was basically built as a Wetworks assassin in the universe. So this isn't really anything new for the character, but it is cool that she is getting a new ongoing. I think that's a great. I think it's great that she's getting an ongoing and being able to be just as savage and brutal as Wolverine, and she's still getting to use the title of Wolverine. I'm glad that she's actually being able to use that name as well. The other thing that I forgot to mention is we're not only getting a new new Laura comic, we're also getting a mini-series centered around Psylocke, Quanon, Yes, I know her name, but I know someone's in the comments going, her name's Betsy Braddock. Not anymore. Quanon and Betsy Braddock have been separated. Betsy is off being the new Captain Britain. Quanon is now Psylocke. It was a whole thing in the 90s. It was weird. I've been digging what they've been doing with Psylocke and having Quanon be Psylocke 24/7. I've dug what they did with Zeb. Yeah, Zeb Wells can write good comics. Shocking. But I loved his comics for Hellions. I liked that short series he did during the Krakoa era. And I've dug what they've done with the character so far, because obviously I think a lot of the Marvel writers like writing Psylocke, even if it isn't Betsy anymore. So, and also Alyssa Wong has had a lot of experience with that character before, so that's in good hands. So yeah, the X-Women are definitely getting more series between this and the Storm comic and all that. Yeah, the and Jean Grey, forgot to mention Jean Grey. The X-Women characters are continuously getting love, no matter where they are. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm very excited to see this Laura Kinney comic, and I know a lot of people. I know a lot of my fellow all of my fellow X-Men fans, and I've got a lot of subscribers who are like, yeah, we love that character more than Wolverine. So I know every Laura Kinney fan who's listening to this video is like just air fisting right now, going yes. So this one's for you. But anyway, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this new ongoing, and what do you guys think of this and the Psylocke book? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.